Okay, so I think it's 11:58, so I'm going to say good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2026 Canal Days Media and Sponsor Preview event. My name is Jasmine Piesel-Graham. I'm the Manager of Corporate Communications for the City of Port Colborne. It is wonderful to have all of our sponsors, our media partners, and our special guests here today to help us celebrate the launch of another Canal Days season here in Port Colborne. To begin our program, please join me in welcoming Brian Kahn. Brian is the Indigenous Relations Advisor at Niagara Region, and he's going to share an opening with us.
Tansi, Brian Kahn, Nutishikashan, Niagara Falls, Nowikan, Nutanisko, Mackinac, Métis, Equa, Nahea, Mayatotakuin, Tatawa. So hello, my name is Brian Kahn. I live in Niagara Falls, but my ancestors are from the north, and I am Métis, and my grandmothers were Cree. We've made space for you here today, and I welcome each and every one of you. A traditional opening is a way Indigenous community gathers. It brings everybody into a common mindset. Whether you're here to enjoy yourself, you're here to negotiate, we want to make sure that everyone is of a similar mind. So with that, I call to Kisimantu, the Great Spirit. For some, you may call him God. He gives us everything that we need to survive as we walk across the back of the Great Turtle. And among the greatest gifts that he gives us is the gift of Mother Earth. And she gives us all the gifts and everything that we need in order to survive. And that includes the many plants and medicines that grow out from underneath her. They nourish us. They also help heal us. The Tree Nation stands tall and grows out from her as well, and we're grateful to the Tree Nation. They provide us with the materials to build our homes, but also to build our fires. And with those fires, in the wintertime, my ancestors would gather together with the young ones, the grandmothers and grandfathers, the aunties and uncles, the mums and dads, would gather with the children, and they would teach them of their history, their heritage, and how to survive on the land. It was a special time of coming together around the warmth and the light of the fire, so we're grateful to the Tree Nation for that. We're grateful for the two-legged, the four-legged, the swimmers, the crawlers, the flyers. They join us on this journey, and they provide us with the materials that we need. They provide us with food, medicine, tools. They provide us with our clothing. And I am taught that when you harvest an animal or a bird or a fish, that you respect it, because those animals know that they are a gift. And actually, when the hunter goes out to harvest, the hunter doesn't choose the animal chooses the hunter. And it's that relationship of knowing that they are there as a gift to us, and so we must honor them. And so even with the feathers from a bird, I've given them a job that will come with me as I do my presentations, so that they're not just discarded as something that's not needed. We're also taught that those animals were our very first teachers, and so we're grateful to each and every one of them. We're grateful for the four winds that blow. Today it was blowing pretty hard. That normally brings in new seasons, and we welcome those new seasons. And right now we're at a time of growth and excitement as those plants are growing out of Mother Earth, as well as the new generations of the many animals and birds that are out there. So we're grateful for those change of seasons. We're grateful for the waterways. The water provides us with our ability to travel, provides us with nourishment and some of our resources. But more importantly, the water is part of who we are. And we have a special relationship with Grandmother Moon. Grandmother Moon shines brightly up in the sky. And she provides us with light at a time of darkness. And so we're grateful to her. But that relationship that she has with the water and how she influences the water influences how we act and how we behave. But also, more importantly, she influences the water within the women of our community. And it's through that relationship that new generations are born. And so we're grateful to her and for the women of our community for bringing forward those special gifts. We're grateful for Brother Sun. He's out there, he shines brightly every day. Sometimes we see him, sometimes he's hiding behind the clouds. But we are reminded again by those first teachers, the birds, that in preparation as Brother Sun is ready to peek up over the horizon, the birds start to sing and they welcome him. And that is our teaching, that every day as the sun starts to rise, we should begin it in song or in gratitude for the new gift that we have for another day that's coming. And finally, I look to the night sky. And in the night sky, I see the stars. And I am told that those stars are our ancestors. And those ancestors are there to lead us and to teach us as we walk across the back of the great turtle. And we are reminded that one day we will join those ancestors, and it'll be our responsibility to take what we've learned on our journey and to share that with the future generations and to help to lead them and to guide them along the way. So with that, I say Akosi, Miigwech, Merci, Marci, thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Please join me in recognizing that Niagara Region is situated on treaty land. This land is steeped in the rich history of the First Nations, such as the Hattaway-Wendourok, the Haudenosaunee, and the Anishinaabe, including the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. There are many First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people from across Turtle Island that live and work in Niagara today. The City of Port Colborne stands with all Indigenous people, past and present, in promoting the wise stewardship on the lands in which we live. So with that, it is a pleasure to formally welcome you to the 2026 Canal Days Media and Sponsor Preview event. This event is an important opportunity to celebrate the partnerships that help make Canal Days possible. And this year, our support is stronger than ever. On behalf of the City of Port Colborne, I want to extend our sincere gratitude to the many sponsors, community partners, volunteers, and supporters who continue to invest in Canal Days and help make the festival a success every year. Among our valued partners is GeoRail, the presenting sponsor of the 48th Annual Canal Days Marine Heritage Festival. This marks GeoRail's third year as a presenting sponsor, and we are incredibly grateful for their continued commitment. Neil, thank you. With 2 more years in your contract, including our 50th anniversary, which is coming up in like no time at all, the celebration is, there's lots to still come under your agreement. So thank you for working with us. We're very grateful. Also this year, which I think is for the first time ever, we are proud to recognize a sponsor for this event. So lots of times we have sponsors for other pieces of events or activities in the festival or during Canal Days. This year we have a sponsor for this event, and that's TD Commercial Banking. So thank you. I'm not sure where you went. Where did you go? Oh, there you are over there. Thank you very much. Thank you for helping us bring together our sponsors and our media partners, our festival supporters, and as we count down to the festival, we are very grateful to have you again. So you'll hear from TD Bank in a couple of minutes. So at this time, it is my pleasure to welcome Port Colborne Mayor Steele to the podium.
Thank you, Jasmine. So good morning, everybody. Well, actually, it's good afternoon now. It's great to see so many of our sponsors, community partners here as we launch the 48th Annual Canal Days Marine Heritage Festival presented by GeoRail. My good friend Neil Johnson sitting right out front. I know Jazz mentioned there's 2 years left in your agreement with us, but I'm sure we can take it beyond that, Neil. There's always a sense of excitement when we gather for Canal Days Media and Sponsor Preview event, because it means one thing: the biggest weekend of the summer is getting very close. Canal Days is our signature summer event. It celebrates Port Colborne's marine heritage and creates an economic and cultural boost for our city while bringing friends, neighbors, and families together. We're also celebrating an important milestone behind the scenes. Nearly 80 sponsors are supporting Canal Days in 2026, which we believe is the most in the festival's history. So big hand to you guys. Thank you. It's that level of support that speaks volumes about the strength of this event and about the organizations and community leaders who continue to invest in the City of Port Colborne. To every sponsor and partner in the room, as well as those who could not join us here today, again, thank you. Your commitment helps us deliver an event that continues to grow, evolve, and create memorable experiences for residents and visitors alike. We are especially grateful to Geo Rail for their continued leadership as presenting sponsor for Canal Days, and to TD Commercial Banking for sponsoring today's media and sponsor preview event. I'm also pleased to share that Canal Days has once again been selected as a recipient of the Experience Ontario 2026 grant through the Ontario Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Gaming. We have Carolyn Polgrabia. Carolyn, where are you? Throw your hand up. There she is at the back, right here from Experience Ontario. We really appreciate the faith you have in our festival, that you continue to grant us dollars each year. And just to say, the $125,000 that we receive is the maximum amount you can get across Ontario. So we're very appreciative to the. So Experience Ontario funding helps us to continue to deliver a high-quality festival experience for our residents and visitors, while supporting tourism, local businesses, and economic activity in Port Colborne. Before I highlight some of this year's festival features, I want to take a moment to speak about the people who help make this event happen. Events of this scale simply don't happen without volunteers. From welcoming visitors and providing information to supporting activities throughout the weekend, our volunteers are at the heart of Canal Days. Many of our volunteers have been involved with the festival for decades, and we thank them for everything they do. Once again, in 2026, our volunteers are sponsored by Valet Base Metals, and we thank them for their ongoing support. Manager Nadeem and Port Colborne resident Lou Pambianco, thanks guys, we appreciate your support. As well, our community partners and local businesses are at the heart of what makes Canal Days possible. Whether they're helping serve drinks in the concert grounds, organizing activities and attractions, welcoming visitors into their businesses, hiring musicians and entertainers, or simply going the extra mile during our busiest weekend of the year. Their support helps create an unforgettable experience for not just our residents, but all of our visitors that come to Port Colborne for the long weekend in August. There are too many contributions to list, but please know that they are noticed and appreciated. On most tables here, you'll see the placards, and there's papers that are just on the tables. Please look at these, and please thank those sponsors as you see them, whether it's in this room or during Canal Days. Please go up, shake their hand, and thank them for what they do for our city. Now, as we look ahead to the concert nights, I also want to share a few important reminders for everyone planning to attend. This is for our friends on Cogeco that are watching. These concerts are free. Capacity is limited. If you want to see the shows, please arrive early. And no, 9 o'clock is not early. Get there early because it'll be packed. Entries on a first-come, first-served basis. And once the grounds are full, we cannot guarantee access later in the evening. Shortly, our friends from Hits FM and Dream 105.7 will help us to announce the bands. That's what we're all waiting for, right? But Canal Days is so much more than just the music in the park. Across the festival grounds, visitors will find familiar favorites, exciting new additions and experiences, including the Kids Zone, presented by St. Lawrence Seaway Management Corporation. Sam Payne, throw your hand up. Thank you guys for being here today. Sam is a good friend of the City of Port Colborne. We do a lot of work with the Seaway in making sure our canal operates properly, bringing new business and expanding our current business here. So again, we do thank the St. Lawrence Seaway Corporation for that. And they'll be offering exciting activities for families, including some much-loved foam parties, mascots, STEM programming, and more. The Recreation Zone, presented by Sullivan Manny and operated by the YMCA of Niagara, will offer interactive fun for all ages, from basketball and cornhole to the River Lions and virtual gaming. There's something for everyone in our rec zone. New this year, the Outdoor Zone will be presented by Bass Pro Shops and will be located at Weston Sugarloaf. It's an adventure-inspired destination for festival goers right in the heart of the festival. Claire's Logistics is sponsoring our Port Colborne Historic and Marine Museum this year, which will help connect visitors to the history and marine heritage that define Canal Days. Our assistant curator, Tammy Nail, will be up in a moment to tell us more about the activities at the museum. Our Sunday evening fireworks, again presented by Port Colborne Quarries and Rankin Construction. These are the best fireworks anywhere. As I say to my good friend Mayor Jim Diodati from Niagara Falls, He can have his 2-minute show every night in Niagara Falls. You want to see real fireworks, come to Canal Days in Port Colborne. And they'll be right after our spectacular Boat Parade of Lights celebration. The information booth this year, presented by our friends at BLG Lawyers. They'll help visitors find their way, get answers, and make the most of their Canal Days experience. Our VIP Concert Captain's Lounge, a true favorite among the crowd in this room, is presented by Schultz Developments and my very good friend, Todd and Carrie, right here. Todd Schultz, put your hand up, please. Thank you. Appreciate it. Schultz Developments will help provide a great space for sponsors and other VIPs to enjoy the concert experience at H.H. Noel Lakeview Park in the bandshell. And one of the things I'm most excited about this year is how we are bringing marine heritage beyond the museum grounds and further into the heart of the festival. We're adding interactive displays to the festival grounds so more visitors can experience our marine heritage in new and engaging ways. The Empire Sandy Tall Ship, presented by Algoma Central Corporation and Allied Marine and Industrial, will return this year. The Sandy offers a variety of scenic cruises, morning sails, sunset experiences, and even a journey through the locks of the Welland Canal. If you're brave enough, it's a long 9-hour trip, but if you're brave enough, take it. If you have not experienced it before, I strongly encourage you to make the Empire Sandy part of your Canal Days weekend. We're also expanding the Marine Heritage Experience onto West Street through a partnership with Tall Ships Canada, a national organization dedicated to preserving and promoting Canada's maritime heritage. A new addition for 2026, this activity is presented by our friends of Intact Public Entities and McAvoy Baling Campbell Insurance. Timmy McAvoy, where's Timmy? Over here. Another good Port Colborne boy. See, there's a theme I'm talking about today. All the people that grew and have businesses here in Port Colborne that continue to give to this festival is overwhelming. Throughout Canal Days weekend, Tall Ships Canada will create opportunities for visitors of all ages to explore Canada's rich nautical history through educational programming, public engagement, and crew meet and greets aboard the St. Lawrence II vessel. The vessel will join us along the canal for deck tours, as well as on West Street as an experiential attraction featuring interactive activities and photo opportunities, complete with sailors in historical attire. In addition, several other vessels will enhance the marine heritage experience. Briggs Youth Sail Training will also be part of the experience with the STV Pathfinder. It's a 72-foot vessel that provides youth with hands-on maritime experiences. They will offer deck tours as well as cruises throughout the Canal Days weekend. The EM Cotter, a favorite of those young and old, our Buffalo Fireboat, is also expected to return once again, pending its final inspection. This boat is well over 100 years old, and it's fought 2 major fires here in the city of Port Colborne, one in 1919 at the grain elevator, and another in 1962, I think it was, 62, 63. Deb, you should know, your grandfather worked there at the time. And it came over from Buffalo to fight those fires in the 2 mills down at the end of West Street. So we welcome them back, and it is. Kids just love the boat, and they love it coming through on the night of our boat parade and our fireworks. Complementing these vessel experiences, Save Ontario Shipwrecks. It's a provincial heritage organization, and they'll offer a virtual reality experience as an educational and accessible opportunity for the public to explore shipwrecks from right off our coast, right here in Lake Erie. And in keeping with the nautical theme, the Port Colborne Public Library will also be offering a marine heritage-themed green screen photo booth, giving visitors a fun and creative way to immerse themselves in the area's rich maritime history while taking unique photos. Ultimately, these activities create a festival that truly offers something for everyone. So, I thank you again to our sponsors, our media partners, and everyone working behind the scenes to make this event possible. And I'm so excited for what is ahead, and I know this year's Canal Days will be another tremendous success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I forgot to tell you the step is on this side of the stage, so you had to do a big leap. If anyone else is coming up here, the step is on this side of the stage. I would like to invite Tammy Nail, our assistant curator from the Port Colborne Historical and Marine Museum, to the podium to tell us a little bit about the history of the Canal Days Marine Heritage Festival. Join me in welcoming Tammy.
Hi everyone, I'm here as usual to give everyone the origin stories of our Canal Days as we know it. It all began in 1979 when the communities from around the Welland Canal came together to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the opening of the first canal. And that event was called Canal Days. As the Marine Museum, the Port Colborne Museum was the first host here in the city. And that's when we established a nautical theme with marine music, displays, demonstrations, food, and entertainment. And the event just kept growing every year. And it was in the early 1990s when the event became part of the City of Port Colborne's signature event and was expanded from just the museum grounds to West Street, the Sugarloaf Harbor, and beyond. So this year marks the 48th annual Canal Days at the home of Canal Days at the museum, and we're filled with so much marine fun and heritage and activities for the whole family, plus we have shade. So when you get really hot, come on over, and we have a place for you to relax and sit back and soak it all in. Also, don't forget to come and jive along with us at our other site, Roselawn, on the Monday from 1 to 3. We have a free concert from the Toronto All-Star Big Band, which is always a favorite. And I would be remiss if I didn't mention our iconic t-shirts, which is our biggest annual fundraiser for the museum. As usual, they are sponsored by Bell Marine and designed by local artist Stephen Brule. This year looks a little different than usual. It's a hand-drawn traditional illustration of a fish with wheat inside and being carried by a large osprey. The fish represents a boat, and the wheat is the cargo chosen because of our strong milling history here in Port Colborne. And the osprey symbolizes the lock system carrying the boat up and down the escarpment. This also is a nice nod and highlight of the natural aspects of the canal and the Port Colborne area. There's 3 Easter eggs in this shirt. I'll tell you what they are, but not where they are. There's a propeller, a symbol for Lock 8, and the year. Good luck finding the year. That one's tough. And I would like to give a big thank you to our newest sponsor, Claire Logistics. And because of their sponsor, our festival at the museum is free. So with that, can't wait to see you at the museum for Canal Days. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Tammy. So as mentioned, TD Commercial Banking is our sponsor for this event today, and I'd like to invite Jason Potty, Sales Manager from TD Commercial Banking. He's going to say a couple of words about being the sponsor today. So let's join me in welcoming him.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jasmine did not mispronounce my name. It is, in fact, Jason Potty. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So yes, I am the Senior Manager of Commercial Sales for TD Commercial Bank. A little fact about our unit, we are actually the largest commercial banking center for TD in the country. That's a fact that surprises most folks who would assume that's in Toronto or Vancouver or some other major urban center. No, it is right here in the Niagara-Hamilton Peninsula region. It's a fact we're quite proud of. We're also proud to be a sponsor of Canal Days and join so many organizations that help to make Niagara such a great place to live, work, and raise a family. We believe strongly that communities like this they don't just happen. They're built by the folks that work hard every day and show up for one another. We are fortunate to spend our days out in the community, building relationships with businesses, supporting entrepreneurs, and working alongside the folks that help Niagara thrive. And so supporting an event like Canal Days that allows everyone to come together and celebrate is just an extension of that commitment to the community. So yes, we are boring bankers, and we spend most of our weekdays talking about transactions and cash flow and balance sheets and blah, blah, blah. But believe me when I tell you, we're also big fans of patio season, of cold beer, and of live music. So we are equally as excited as everyone in the room to get to the announcement of who will be performing at Canal Days. I do want to take a quick second to just thank everyone, all the organizers, the volunteers, and the fellow sponsors that helped to bring forth such an incredible event year after year. Again, we are very proud to take a super small part in helping to bring this community together, and excited to celebrate with everyone this civic holiday weekend. So thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, so we have reached the moment that you have been waiting for. It's so exciting. So every year, the entertainment lineup helps us to set a stage for an unforgettable Canal Days weekend, and we are very excited to see what's finally in store for 2026. So please join me in welcoming Joey Bricks and Ash from Hits FM and Dream 105.7 to help us reveal this year's concert headliners. Come on up, Joey and Ash.
Thank you, Jasmine. Good afternoon. We are really excited to be here, to be a part of Canal Days again, and especially excited to bring you in on the amazing lineup of Canadian artists for this year's festivities. So kicking off Friday night, July 31st, which is presented by Hits FM, we have Juno-nominated Toronto band Bleecker, who have been making huge waves in the Canadian rock scene over the past few years. They're best known for their songs Highway and Hey Man, and we're really excited to have them kick off the Friday night. Following Bleecker, we have Canadian powerhouse J.J. Wild, who was the first woman in more than 25 years to take home Rock Album of the Year at the Junos. She's best known for her songs like The Rush and Best Boy, and we are so excited to have her second in the night. And your headliner, I know you've all been waiting, is one of Canada's best, Big Wreck, led by frontman Ian Thornley. Yeah, give it up. Truly one of Canada's best. They've been on the scene forever. Get ready to hear that song, Albatross, The Oaf, and hopefully, if we're lucky, some new stuff like Dog with a Gun. Super excited for this lineup. Truly some of Canada's best on the Friday night. And Joey Bricks, who I'm about to hand things over to now, will also be broadcasting live on Friday at Canal Days.
That's right. I'll be broadcasting my show live from 2 to 6 p.m. on the Friday, kicking off Canal Days. And you can catch Ash and I introducing the bands on Friday. But then on Saturday, our sister station, a part of White Oak's communication group, Dream 105.7, proudly presents Night 2 of Canal Days on Saturday, August 1st. And kicking off Night 2 of Canal Days is Niagara's own Street Pharmacy. Following Street Pharmacy is Juno award-winning band Bedouin Soundclash. And then closing out Night 2 for Canal Days, Canada's favorite folk band, the Strumbellas. So we got a great night of rock and roll for both nights on Friday and Saturday. 97.7 Hits FM and Dream 105.7 are proud to be a part of it. So thank you for having us. As always, we're always happy to be here. And now we're going to throw to a video.
So that's pretty exciting. Thank you, Joey and Ash, for helping us share the lineup this year. Once again, a sincere thank you to our sponsors and our community partners, especially GeoRail and TD Commercial Banking for today, for GeoRail for presenting the 48th Annual Canal Days Marine Heritage Festival. I also wanted to let's give them one more round of applause, shall we? I also want to give a big thank you to Gavin and Alex. They have been giving us some great music for today, so thank you very much. Fun fact, Gavin just played Cheyenne's wedding, and Gavin also played at my wedding, so we love Gavin. So great. Yay. Also, Foregrounds is in the back. They're helping us with our live stream and our launch video, and they help us during the festival as well with some creative assets, so thank you very much to Foregrounds. Pie Guys is delivering a great lunch for us today, and Jeff Black is doing the bar and our butter tarts. Finally, thank you to the YMCA Niagara for letting us use your beautiful gym. We really appreciate it, so we'll give all of those great people a quick round of applause. One more important one, communications and events team, for all of your work bringing today's event together and for all of your work bringing the festival together. This literally could never happen without you, so thank you very much. I also want to recognize the other city staff and volunteers whose dedication makes Canal Days very much possible every year. Their efforts behind the scene are a big part of why we have such a successful festival. Thank you for joining us today. So we're going to give a shout out to everybody who's tuned in on our live stream. And mark your calendars for July 31st to August 3rd, the holiday civic long weekend. Bring your family and friends and join us as we celebrate 48 years of marine heritage, family fun, great music, and unforgettable music. So I'll see you at Canal Days.